Hello, hello. Hello everyone. Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome back to SaraBioinformatics YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about something very different. As usually I make video about bioinformatics, NGS, RNA-seq, research tools and data analysis. But today I want to talk about my personal experience as a research student and about the reality of PhD life. This is not a video to blame any person, guide, university, or institution. I am only sharing my experience. And I also want to talk about something that many PhD students may be experienced but do not openly talk about. Hello, I'm audible. Okay. Before joining a PhD, many students have a very different pictures in their mind. We think I will do research, I will learn new thing, I will publish good papers, I will attend conference, I will become an expert in my field, and one day I will have a doctor before my name. We know that a PhD will be difficult. We know research take time. We know experiment can fail. We know papers can be rejected, but what we may not expect is that sometimes the research environment is itself can become difficult. My background is in bioinformatics and computational biology. During my research journey, I have worked on areas such as NGS, RNA-seq, variant analysis, computational biology, molecular docking, pharmacophore modeling, and other research projects. I have spent many hours doing research, reading papers, analyzing data, writing manuscript, preparing figures, repeating analysis, learning new tools, and trying to improve my research skills. For me, research was never only about getting a degree. I genuinely wanted to learn and contribute to science. But with time, I understood that research is not only about science. There are also issues related to funding, fellowship, authorship, career, and academic relationship. Research itself can be challenging, and that is normal. But there is a difference between constructive criticism and continuous demotivation. A student can accept your analysis need improvement. This result need more work. Try this method. This paper need another revision. That is part of research. But when a student repeatedly hear negative comments about their ability, intelligence, or potential, it can slowly affect their confidence. At first, the students start doubting their research, then they start doubting their skills, and eventually they may start doubting themselves. They may begin to think, maybe I am not good enough. Maybe I cannot do research. Maybe I am not capable of completing my PhD. And this can happen even when the student is actually working very hard. Another very important issue is fellowship and financial support. For many PhD students, fellowship is not a luxury, It is necessary. Students have daily expenses. They may have family responsibilities. They need money for living, travels, food, accommodation, and other basic needs. In my own journey, fellowship and financial uncertainty become a major concern. I was working as a project associate on a DBT funded research project. I was also pursuing my PhD in bioinformatics. I had expectations about financial support during my PhD journey, but when the project was coming to an end, there was uncertainty about what would happen after that. Would the financial support continue? Would I be able to continue my PhD comfortably? What would happen next? These questions created a lot of stress for me because when you are already dealing with research pressure, financial uncertainty makes everything more difficult. Another sensitive topic is authorship. For a researcher, authorship is important. It is not just a name on a paper. It can affect your CV, job application, fellowships, postdoctoral opportunities, academic career. When you contribute significantly to a research project, naturally you hope that your contribution will be recognized fairly. In my journey, I also experienced situation where I had concern about contribution and authorship. I am not making this video to blame anyone. I understand that research projects involve many people. Supervisor contribute, collaborator contribute, students contribute, but I believe that authorship and contribution should be discussed clearly and transparently. Students should know what is expected from them and their work should be recognized fairly. There was also a period when I was struggling emotionally. For me, June was a particularly difficult month. I was worried about my future. I was thinking about my PhD. I was thinking about fellowship and financial stability. I was thinking about my research career. I was thinking about what I should do next. Sometimes you may have papers, you may have skills, you may have research experience, but still you can feel completely lost. From the outside, people may think everything is going well, but they cannot see what is happening inside you. Sometimes you are fighting a completely different battle silently. There is one of the biggest question I have. Why do so many PhD students suffer silently? Why don't they speak? Why do not they speak? One major reason is fear. Fear that their PhD may not be completed, fear that their research may be affected, fear that their supervisor may become unhappy with them, fear that their papers may be affected, fear about recommendation letter, fear about their future career, and sometimes there is another thought. I have already spent so many years on this. How can I leave now? This thought can be very powerful. Imagine spending 2, 3, 4, or even more years on a PhD. Your age is increasing, your friends may already have jobs. Some may be financially independent, your family may expect you to finish soon. Oh, relatives may ask, when will your PhD be completed? And you may not even know the answer. I don't think family expectation always come from a bad place. Parents usually want their children to be successful. They may believe my child is doing a PhD, so the future will be good, but they may not know what is actually happening inside the student's mind. Sometimes students don't tell their parents everything. They say, yes, everything is fine, even when they are struggling. Why? Because they don't want their parents to worry, and slowly the student start carrying everything alone. Another thing many PhD students think about is age during long PhD year pass, and you may start asking yourself, when will I start my career? When will I become financially independent? When will I be able to support my family? What if I finish my PhD late? And when you compare yourself with your friends, the pressure can become even stronger. But I want to say something very important. There is no fixed age for success. Everyone has a different journey. Someone may get a job at 24, someone may completed a PhD at 30, someone may change career at 35, someone may start again at 40. Your timeline does not have to be the same as someone else. I think there are many PhD students who are fighting an invisible battle every day. They come to the lab, they sit in front of their computers, they attend meetings, they work on papers, they run analyses, they write their thesis. From outside, everything looks normal, but emotionally they may be exhausted, and still they continue working after being criticized, after being demotivated, after financially stressed, after rejection, after uncertainty. They open their laptop again, they start the analysis again, they read another paper, they prepare another figure, they make another revision. Why? Because somewhere inside them there is still hope. The hope that one day they will finish, the hope that things will become better, the hope that their hard work will finally be recognized. Are all PhD guide toxic? No, definitely not. I'm not saying that every PhD guide is toxic. There are many supportive supervisors and excellent mentors. There are many researchers who genuinely help their students. I respect them. But at the same time, we should also expect that some students experience difficult research environment. Both realities can exist. The problem is that students often do not talk about the difficult side. And when nobody talk about it, the student may feel that they are the only one facing it. What should change? I believe a few things can make academic life better. First, clear communication, and second, transparent authorship, and third, financial clarity. Students should have clear information about fellowship and funding. And last, respect mentorship. A student need correction and feedback, but correction should not destroy their confidence. And fifth, mental well-being. A PhD student is not just a researcher; they also a human being. They have emotion, they have family responsibility, they have financial problems, they have dream, and they also need support. This journey has taught me many things. I have learned that should value my own work. I should keep record of my research contribution. I should document my work properly. I should understand fellowship and institution policies. I should communicate clearly about research responsibilities, and also most important, I have learned that one difficult phase does not define my entire career. One paper does not define me, one authorship position does not define me, one fellowship does not define me, one person opinion does not define my ability, and my PhD degree does not define my entire worth as a person. If you are a PhD student and you are struggling silently, I want to know that you are not alone. If you feel confused, it does not mean you are incapable. If you are, if your research is taking longer, it does not mean you are a failure. If you are struggling financially, it does not mean you are weak. And if you feel exhausted, it does not mean you are lazy. Sometimes the environment is difficult. Sometimes sometimes the environment is difficult. Sometimes circumstances are difficult, and sometimes both happen together. Please don't make a measured decision on your worst day. Talk to someone you trust, understand your option, ask for help when you need it, and remember that your life is bigger than your PhD. On social media, we obviously see only the successful side of research. Paper published, new position, PhD completed, congratulations, doctor. But we don't always see what happened behind that achievement. We don't see the financial stress, we don't see the rejection, we don't see the self doubt, we don't see the night when the student cried, we don't see the day when they wanted to give up, we don't see how many times they had to start again. I want to talk about that side too, because research is not always a beautiful journey. Sometimes it is confusing, sometimes it is lonely, sometimes it is painful, but it can also make you stronger. I'm still on my journey. I don't have all the answer. I don't know exactly where my career will take me, but I know that I don't want to one difficult phase to define my entire life. I still want to learn, I still want to do research, I still want to grow in bioinformatics and computational biology, and I still believe that my hard work has value. So, if you are watching this and you are also struggling, please remember you are more than your PhD, you are more than your research paper, you are more than your fellowship, you are more than your supervisor opinion, and you are more than one difficult period in your life. I am sharing my story not to blame anyone. I am sharing it because I know there may be many students who are going through something similar. If my story makes even one PhD student feel I am not alone, then I believe this video is worth making. If you are comfortable, you can share your experience in write the comment box. You don't need to mention anyone name. Just share what you have learned from your journey. Maybe your story will help another student. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being part of SaraBioinformatics YouTube channel. Take care of yourself, and remember, your PhD is the part of your life. It is not your entire life. I will see you soon. Thank you so much. If you have any question related to bioinformatics, and if you have any question related to your PhD, related to your master dissertation work, so please write in comment box. And मैं कुछ प्लान कर रही थी कि कुछ ऐसा अगर कोई अपना पीएचडी एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहे तो मेरे साथ यूट्यूब पे कर सकता है शेयर, कि कोई भी ऐसे कुछ सजेशन दीजिए जिससे मैं रिसर्चर से बात करके मतलब उनकी लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है। मैंने देखा है बहुत कम लोग रिसर्चर्स के लाइफ के बारे में बात करते हैं, आई डोंट नो क्यों। हेलो, हाय। अगर कोई अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहे तो वो हम कर सकते हैं, एंड मैं उस पर बात भी करना चाहूँगी। हेलो।